Hey y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my channel where I share all about my knitting, crocheting, crafting adventures. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and all of the links to where you can find me, links to project pages, shops, anything I talk about is going to be right down below this video in the down bar. So I am sitting in my office. I've got the diffuser going. I've got coffee in my Scrappy Sunday mug. A little bit of a glare from the doors over there, but I'm ready to talk all of the Scrappy Sunday things. I have not recorded a Scrappy Sunday chat since we left Arizona, so this is super fun. I have everything, it's right here behind the camera. Not in the best place, but I just took the thumbnail photo for YouTube and I just left everything there. I feel a little bit like squirrel this morning, like my brain is just in a million different places. I've got my diffuser going with some Revive Brain Time. I love this stuff. I bought it to diffuse when the kids were doing virtual schooling. It's like the Revive Kids, their line of kids stuff, but I use it all the time. It smells amazing. So good. I will link Revive. I just started using Revive, made the switch from Young Living to Revive oils, essential oils, last month in December. The link I'll put down below will give you guys $10 off of your order. I think it has to be a $50 order, but it gives you guys $10 off if you are interested in checking out Revive essential oils. Anyways, yes, I've got that going to maybe help me focus a little bit. Hopefully the coffee will help as well. I don't know why I'm so scatterbrained this morning. I just feel like there are a million different things that I want to do today as far as crafting goes. But then there are a lot of things I should do today as far as housework goes. The struggle. The struggle is so real. So my Scrappy Sunday mug, in case anybody asks, I did sell these in my Etsy shop. I have not had any listed for quite a while. If you guys would still be interested in any Scrappy Sunday merchandise, let me know down below, whether it's coffee mugs or whether you have something else in mind that you would like with Scrappy Sunday. Hashtag Scrappy Sunday on it. Just let me know. I wish there was not a glare right there. Yeah, just put it in the comments down below and I will hopefully do another launch of products sometime soon. I need to get all of my ducks in a row and start thinking about what items I want to get. So let me know below what items you would like to see. So Scrappy Sunday, if you are new, I don't remember when I started working on things on Sundays, but I absolutely adore Scrappy projects. I love, whether it's, my absolute favorite is using up my scraps, but whether it's even just mini skeins and making just these amazingly beautiful, scrappy, mindless, so mindless. That's what I prefer anyways with scrappy stuff. Projects, anything and everything. I love it so much. And the one thing I was finding is that I tend to not work on them quite as much. For one, I have so many going that could be part of the issue as well, but they tend to get pushed to the back burner. I know a lot of other people feel this way as well about their scrappy projects. They just kind of get pushed to that back burner, not touched quite as often. So I started on Sundays pulling out scrappy projects, and that's all that I work on Sundays. It kind of just gives me a day to reset, refresh my mind a bit, and the mindless, just grab a mini or grab a scrap and work away. I love it. Absolutely love it. So we're just going to jump in with, I'm just going to go through all of my scrappy projects that I have right now. I know I've had a couple people ask about a couple of projects that I had started in the past, and they're like, whatever happened to those? If I don't show them today, they got frogged. I can't remember all of them, but I know I've frogged a couple of scrappy things. maybe I just wasn't feeling the pattern. Oh, there's a squirrel outside. Or whatever the case was. If it's not shown today, it is no longer in progress. So we'll just say that instead of me going through all of the ones that are no longer in progress. So the first one is my Cozy Memories blanket. I have this in a bag from the Fat Squirrel. And this is my second Cozy Memories blanket, and I am just using up scraps from my projects on this one. And all of these are fingering weight. I will say that off the bat. Every single Scrappy project you're going to see is fingering weight. The dishwasher is done running. I don't know if you guys can hear the music that it's playing right now, but it plays music when it is done. So here's what I have so far for my Cozy Memories, and then I'll chat about the pattern and all of that. So like I said, this is only scraps from projects that I have done, what I have left from those. I'm just doing 1 square per yarn. And I had started marking squares when I did them, but I only have 1 marked, so I don't know if I've only put 1 square in since the last time you guys saw this or what. But I have that light bulb marker there. The pattern I use for this is the Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray. Again, project page is going to be linked down below. Has all of my notes for any changes I've made. And yeah, just 1 square per scrap. I'm using Signature Needle Art's 2.5 millimeter straight needles. I love these. Definitely a treat yourself pair of needles, but they are so gorgeous. I have notes for this on my project page, but I do the beginning and end of the row different. Let's see if I can get this to focus here so you can see. You can see the V's there on the side. So that is something I've done to make it easier to go back and pick up your stitches when you're adding the next square, because you do not seam these together. You pick up stitches and then knit the mitered square. Makes it super easy, but it can be hard to see where you need to pick up your stitches. These V's just makes it so simple. You just pick up through both legs of the V and you know that's where you need to get your stitch. So I knit the first stitch. I wrote it down here so I did not forget, but it's also in my Ravelry project page. I knit the first stitch through the back loop, and then when I get to the last stitch, I slip it with the yarn in the front. I started doing that on my first Cozy Memories right from the get-go, I think, or maybe after like the first 2 squares. I was like, yeah, no, there's an easier way to do this. So that's what I've done. I just think it makes it easier. I don't know if it makes a difference. I feel like it makes the back a little neater as well. I don't know. You can see I've woven in some of my ends, but not all. And yeah, this hasn't gotten a ton of work lately. I've just really been, I'm gonna put this up while we're chatting here. I've really been enjoying my crochet granny stripe blankets, which we'll probably dive into next. So those are what have been getting my attention lately on Sundays. I haven't picked this up in at least the past 2 Sundays. And I think I only added that 1 square, that one Sunday before that. Okay, granny stripe blankets. I have been holding both of these, which they're about to outgrow it, in a bag from my friend Jenny of Mountain State Stitches. Very, very cute bag with some pockets. I have my Scrappy Sunday pin on there. Yeah, they're about to outgrow. I think the smaller one could live in there by itself, but the 2 of them together, they need a new bag. So here's one of them. This is the second one I started. So it's pretty big. I have a tutorial linked in my Ravelry project page. For this, I chained 300 stitches, and I'm using a Tulip Atimo crochet hook in a 2.5 millimeter. These are hands down my absolute favorite crochet hooks. They are a bit pricey, but I love them so much. I've had them for years, and I've tried other ones. I just love them. So this has just been a fun mindless knit. This one just kind of gets whatever mini. I'm not really paying attention to colors or anything. So completely mindless project. My other one, I'm trying to kind of stick with similar tones. Here it is. It's folded up. I'll pull it out in just a moment, but this is the first one that I started. It's the same size. I chained 300. And I'm working it up the exact same way. Oh, I think I have another one on there too. This was in here when I started working on them again after the move, so I think this was probably where I was the last time. So that's how much progress I've done on that. Honestly, not that much when you think about how long it's been, but there was time where I didn't have these with me. We were in the hotel and they were packed, and yeah. And that, I didn't really show that. This one says every Sunday is Scrappy Sunday. And this one just says Scrappy Sunday. So I'll go ahead and move these up. But yes, my Scrappy projects all definitely took a back seat during the move. And these progress keepers were items that were in the Etsy shop as well last year. So let me know if they are something that you would like to see come back. I should have taken that stitch marker off of the or progress keeper off of the Cozy Memories. I'll do that later. But yeah, these are my crochet granny stripes. Again, just a completely mindless project. For these, I'm using up minis from the Swapless Swaps from when we used to have those in the group. I've had so many people ask if those are coming back. I have no idea. No idea. At this moment, no, I haven't heard anything about them being done anymore. If I do, obviously I will announce it that they're open again, but at this time I don't think they're coming back. I haven't heard anything. So, and the Swapple Swaps were just mini skein. You could sign up. You didn't have to swap anything back. You just paid and then got a bag of minis from whatever the yarn dyer was for that month. But yeah, at this time I haven't heard anything about them coming back. So if I do, I will let you know. All right, I have two more. One has not been touched, but I am going to go ahead and show it just because, like I said, this is kind of a refresh, not really a refresh, a reboot to Scrappy Sunday. So we're starting and I'm showing you all of the projects that are on the go. Let me reach over here and grab this. Everything's right behind the camera. All right. So this is just something I've been toying around with, coming up with on my own, holding fingering weight double. It is Knit Picks Stroll Fingering in the white. And then just a huge cake. It's gotten a little bit smaller of minis that were also from the Swapless Swaps. And I did do all of this with the magic knot, and that's how I'm connecting the minis in my crochet granny striped blankets with the magic knot. I have a tutorial for that, and I will try to remember to link it down below. If I forget, it is here on the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube. This is a shawl. I'm just playing around with. Eventually, I will probably put the pattern out. But yeah, no progress. I think that's exactly where that marker was moved the last time, and it hasn't been touched. I'm using Knitter's Pride Zings for this. The interchangeables in the US 8, 5mm. And I love the squishy fabric that the gauge, along with holding the fingering weight double, is creating. And I love these eyelets as well. This kind of makes me want to work on this. It's a pretty mindless, you have some increases here and there, and then the eyelet rows. But other than that, it's pretty mindless. Okay, drink of coffee, and then I only have one more Scrappy project. These are Scrappy socks that I started. And here's the bag. I have it in a bag. Another one from Mountain State Stitches. This is a new sized bag for her, so it's the same style as the larger bag, but it's a small size. It's perfect for socks. It's holding both of these socks in here and all of the minis. And I'm not exactly sure when, but she is working on new bags, so keep an eye out on her shop. She should have some in this size, I think. I've just got all of my yarn down in there, and these are scraps from my Slipstravaganza shawl that I did. It was a pattern by Stephen West. I forgot a Scrappy project. This isn't the last one. That reminded me. Okay, I cannot forget that. I have one more. So I did, I'm just doing a plain vanilla sock. Vanilla socks on DPNs by Crazy Sock Lady Designs is the pattern I'm following, a size medium. I have just a gray that I grabbed from Scraps for the cuff. And I did 10 rounds for the cuff. And then I'm just striping in my leftovers. I'm using DPNs from Signature Needle Arts, US 1 2.25mm needles. I've done 5 rounds of each color is what I'm doing. I have both of them going. Kind of a mess here with all of the ends. I will just go back and weave them in. I've never tried a magic knot in socks. I just go back and weave my ends in. It really doesn't take that long. Just get it all done. So they're both going. This one has 5 rounds of this color done. So 3 so far. This one I'm on the 3rd stripe. Here's the color I'm currently adding. Here's what I have left. So I have a feeling, I haven't weighed them, but I might run out before I finish the sock. If I do, I'll just use up the gray or I'll grab another scrap. They're Scrappy socks. It's fine. So here's what I have left. And then here's how much I have of the gray. So I could easily probably finish off the socks in gray if needed. I will probably make the legs pretty short. Might add in the stripe or the heel flap on the next stripe. Okay, I have one more. I can't believe I was gonna forget this. It's in my cabinet, so I think that's why. The rest are out here in bags and I grabbed them. I was going to just totally forget this other one. I think I've only worked on it one day. That's probably why. Maybe 2 days. Okay, this one I have in this huge bin that I think I got at Target. Pretty sure that's where that's from. And there's just so many scraps in here. They're everywhere. It's just full of leftovers, larger leftovers, I will say. Some of them I have like this much of, but I'm doing the Star Flanket, which is a pattern by Stephen West, and I'm doing it Scrappy. So this is my Scrappy Star Flanket. I have 3 little things done so far. I have no idea what these yarns are that are in here. I'm just grabbing 2 yarns. It's fingering weight held double is what I'm doing. And I'm just grabbing 2 yarns out of this bin and going with it. I am not even worrying about it or concerned about it. Just, I do think that this is, I don't know what the orange is that's in here, but I think the other color is September Storm, I think, by Yarn Cafe Creations, but it's held double with an orange, or like a rust color. Yeah, no clue what these are. It's just gonna be crazy and wild, and the pattern is just so beautiful and looks so fun. And I started this after I don't think I'd finished, or maybe I had finished my Slipstravaganza. I can't remember, but I started it then because I just was loving the Stephen West mystery knit along this year, and I did not want to not be working on one of his patterns. I'm using my Knit Picks wooden needles, the interchangeable set, and I have them on a very large cord because eventually I will be working in the round. Right now I'm just creating like a center star, and then you start working in the round, I think, right after that. So you need a longer cable, and I just went ahead and added the longer cord on there. But this is does not say, I don't think it says what size it is. Well, I don't remember what size this is. Whatever the pattern called for, that's what I'm using. But I think that is the last one. That's it. So, well, I do still have back here, I don't think you can really see the cabinet. Or that little, not cabinet, but little container back there. I have my Trilogy Yarns Advent from December. So I do still have the blanket for that. And I would say it's kind of scrappy because, you know, you're using all the different minis and all of that. So I do have that going, but it has not been touched since Advent, since way early in the month of December. So it's on my list to get out and start working on here and there, but I do have that. I didn't pull it out, but you will see it eventually. Other than that, if you don't see a scrappy project here, it got frogged because a couple of those did get frogged. I just wasn't feeling it, wasn't enjoying it, and I thought, okay, goodbye, done. Knit what brings you joy. Don't knit things that don't bring you joy. Yep. So I think that's it for today. I am going to go get all of the dreaded housework done, and then I'm going to sit and knit and maybe drink some more coffee because the kids are out of the house. Eric's at work. The house is quiet. I hope that you're watching this on a Sunday, so I hope that you are having a great scrappy Sunday and that you are finding lots of joy in your making. Let me know down below what scrappy projects you are working on. Let me know what scrappy Sunday items you want to see, if any. And I will see you guys again next month to chat about Scrappy Sunday. Until then, happy making. Bye.